Adventurers make plans. Worlds deal with the fallout. The folks at Good Plans, Bad Dice present a new live play podcast using the Dungeons & Dragons 2024 5e rules. We blend chaos, sincerity, dark moments, and inclusive storytelling. Welcome to the world of Good Plans, Bad Dice.
Previously on Fractured Fables. After finally putting Professor Shorts into bed and recovering from a series of incidents ranging from accidental to aggressively intentional, the party set out for one last stop before a well-earned night's sleep and their next big mission. Their destination? A ghost hidden deep within the city's secret tunnels. Their reception? Less helpful conversation and more incoherent screaming. To make matters stranger, the ghost looked suspiciously like a very deflated Everett. Nobody knows why, and honestly nobody's thrilled about it. Now the party has to survive long enough to get some answers from a ghost that only one of them is supposed to be able to talk to in the first place. Find out what happens next on Fractured Fables.
So all of you are kind of looking at this bit of an alcove, and I would say we had some stuff happen earlier in the day that we didn't really jump into. So we're going to take a little step back. We know where we are. We're going to cover something because there's something that I messed up on that I want to rectify. Ami is Fae and elf. So she's half Furbolg, half elf. That means Ami trances. So Ami does not take 8-hour, 6-hour long rest. Ami does 4 hours. And so that was something that I hadn't done. And so Ami had some downtime on Ami's last long rest that Ami wanted to do something. And I want to allow that to be done because that was something that I missed. So we're going to hop back quite literally to last night, not that long ago, a whole whopping 12 hours before we woke up to this wonderful day we've all had. And Sassy, please let us know what Ami's doing or did.
Okay, so while everybody else is just chilling, she wanted to put together a couple of letters to have Astrid put in the post or however they get delivered. I don't know if Bigglesworth does it. I don't know who does it. But here are the letters. The first one. And this is as she's writing it. This is the inner monologue. To Olivia. Dear little sister, I wanted to drop a note to you to let you know that I am so sorry we didn't get a chance to talk more. I really enjoyed meeting and talking with you. We do need to have our sis day, a day with sisters, where you and I do fun stuff and talk. Stay safe and know that I already love you. With hugs and love, Ami. To Silas. Silas, thank you for coming to let us know more about how Windeer was doing and that you and Olivia were well. My friends and I are moving forward to figure out what happened and how to fix it. If you do happen to find anything that may be even remotely pertaining to Windeer's or your son's mage activities, please drop them off at the store. Astrid is in charge when we're not there. Probably when we're there too. Take care of yourself and Olivia. Warm regards, Ametria Mossgrove. Then the last one. Dear, no, wait. Hiya, no. Hey there, no. Okay. To my dear friend with potential, okay. Dear Seymour, I wanted to write you and let you know how much I greatly appreciated our conversation on the walk home from the bar. And to find the incredible gift of the book helped warm my heart. I may not be able to attend the next bookstore meeting, but I will try my hardest to attend the next one I'm able to. I may be a bit out of place at the event, but I will do my best to not embarrass you with your friends. I cherish our newfound friendship and hope to continue to grow closer. With warm heart regards, Ametria. Ami to you. And that's it. And she gives the letters to Astrid, and she's like, Astrid, these are for Olivia. They're labeled One is for Olivia, and the other one is for Silas Chathorn. They probably go to the same place. But then the other one is for Seymour Buttwipe. Can you please make sure that they get to them?
Yeah, Asher look and you go, oh, yeah. From what I understand, I don't know if I'm really allowed to leave the store. Valdi was really confused on that, but I do know that Sir Wentworth Biggleton III, he is very good at delivering things. And worst case scenario, we have that guy who comes by every day. He wears those really short shorts, even when it's raining out. And he always brings me
Oh,
packages and takes the ones that we have here. He has that little
yeah.
hat.
Yeah, no, exactly. And he's got that interesting looking little cart that he every once in a while carries with the bigger
Hmm.
packages and
Yep,
kind of
he
blue and
does.
white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy, real kind. He says he goes to every house that has mail and every store that has mail every single day. Could you imagine that?
Even like in the wind and the rain and the sleet
Oh, yeah.
and like,
Hmm.
oh my goodness, he's like a
That's
hero.
what I think. I think he should get paid more. And I told him that. And he said that
Oh,
he has to work almost every day of the year and rarely even gets a holiday. And I said, honey, you need
oh
to be
my.
treated better and know your worth. And then I gave him some cocoa.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, do that. And can you give him um I'll give her a couple of gold pieces. I don't know if they can accept money, but can you give him this and just tell him that how much I greatly appreciate his services?
Yeah, I'll give that to him. And also, I do know of another place, if you're ever interested, where they have another guy who dresses up just like that, and you give him money, only he loses more clothes the more money that you give him. They have some that dress up like constables also. So if you're interested, we could go there. I went to one time. It was real fun.
Hey, is it like a magic trick?
It's a little different. Morty told me about them, and honestly, I went and checked it out. And Morty and I have the most fun at those because he can't give anybody money because he doesn't have the ability to give money because he's a ghost. So Morty and I
Okay.
sometimes just sneak out and we go there. But I'll tell you what, they wear some really fancy undergarments, real shiny, real pretty. I think you'd have a great time. It's a nice
Wait,
place.
what? They're in their underwear?
Well, not at first, honey. You have to give them money.
I uh, I don't think I should
It's an
see that.
honest living. Well, I think you
Well, I
should. I
can
think it's real
appreciate
nice.
that. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. I just say that I probably shouldn't see it.
I think you'd have a great time, and it might loosen you up some, honey. You're awful tense about people, and if you're trying to court a man or a half or a dragonborn, you really should get more used to having conversations about things. It's natural. People weren't born with clothing. You were born with nothing on. It's okay.
I'm very well aware that I've seen the drawings. Um, okay. Well, we'll talk about this in another time, okay?
All right. Well, have fun, honey. I'll get these turned in for you. Just gives you a wave.
Thank you.
Yep. Excellent. Now that we broke Trekkie already, we will jump back to the tunnels. Sassy, by the way, above table. Those are very sweet letters. I love them. Um, so all of you are looking down, and Ami, I'm going to stay with you for a moment because you have pretty high passive perception. If I remember correctly, you have the highest in the group. You see this deflated Everett with darker hair who just screamed. I think in this moment, you notice that you and Siddy kind of like it didn't feel great to hear the scream, but you did okay. It hurt your ears a bit. You see probably pretty quick that Everett and Charlie look like they did hurt a bit from hearing that. But the thing that you notice that is super strange is as you're looking at this woman there, her skin kind of looks a little bit more blue. You start to notice that her skin's just like a little bit of a different color. And her hair kind of starts growing a little bit longer and a little bit longer. And her nose, the bridge of her nose gets a little bit wider and her ears get a little bit pointier. And as you're kind of there, you're the first to notice that you are looking at a pretty realistic version of Ami, not deflated, just another Ami laying there, still crying.
Excuse me. Can we help you? Did you lose
Excuse me,
something?
can we help you? You came to me. Can I help you?
Oh, actually, yes, you can. And by the way, um, I did like the look that you had before, but this is very flattering as well. Um, we are looking for some help. Our friend told us that you might be able to assist us.
Which friend? You want to check on your friends? Your friend's ears are bleeding.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, no, no. Okay. Let me check on those first. But are you gonna stay here, or are you gonna go away, or?
Kind of look at her, and she starts to get like grayer skin. Then she's looking at you, and her hair kind of begins to shrink. And she starts to look a little bit more like Siddy. And she's like, oh, well, I'm not going to go anywhere. This is where I stay all the time. I
Oh,
take care of
okay.
your friends, though.
I will do that. And his name is Morty, just so you know. So we'll talk about that just a moment. And so Ami's gonna turn around and she's like, "Are you guys okay? What's going on with you two?"
Ow! Everett just says, ow! What the fuck was that?
Hey, do you guys do you need City to heal you or anything like that, or can we this very fine person over here is willing to talk to us, I believe.
I'm fine for now. Just don't do that again, please.
It was very painful. Yeah. Hello. That's a hell of an
Darling, she can't
introduction.
help it. She doesn't do it on purpose. So you're aware, ladies, it's not on purpose that she does this. She just has a moment.
Morty is saying that it's not on purpose and she can't help it.
Y'all just roll perception for me really quick.
Mm-hmm.
All of us?
Yep. Everyone. I mean, not Charlie. No, Charlie can, but doesn't much matter for her.
Next one.
Dirty 20. Siddy just holds up the healing potion and it's like a bottle of rum.
You said perception, right?
Like, anybody need healing?
Bottle of rum.
Dirty 20.
19.
Perfect. All three of you fully just heard Morty speaking. You recognize that voice. But anyways, so you kind of hear that, and then this woman is kind of looking like Siddy, and she just goes, "Oh yeah, I didn't mean to hurt everyone. It just happens every now and again. I've been down here a long time. Sometimes they make me stay here for years and days and weeks, and Charlie never came to visit me."
I'm sorry, we have been introduced? I didn't know if what?
I talked to you the other day. I said, bet you wish you would have done that differently. You just see her, and then she's shrunk down to about the height of, I would say, like Olivia. She does not look like Olivia, but she's shrunk down, and she's got like a kind of blonde hair that's just in little pigtails. You know what I mean? Like the, what is it, Punky Brewster, but without the little pop up thing. They're just kind of like tied right here. And she's got blonde hair and pigtails and then like bright blue eyes and just kind of smiling up at you. And she's maybe a little shorter than Squishy. So she's probably like 4.5 feet tall, something like that. And she's just smiling up at you and looking, and it's just like, I told you you should have done it differently, but you didn't listen.
I don't think I know what you're talking about. I mean, you. Huh?
Are you lying?
No, I
Because
just,
your friends can hear me? Are you lying that I didn't talk to you? Because I
No.
spoke with you.
I mean, I heard
Uh-oh.
a voice, but I didn't. I don't know what's going on.
That was me. You shouldn't lie to your friends, Charlie. Lying is bad. It gets you
Charlie,
in
we talked about
trouble.
this. We talked about this. No more holding out. I'm sorry.
I'm not lying.
How would you like to be addressed? Is there a name or something that we should address you by?
Kind of like just stares blankly for a minute, and she's like, I don't remember. I've been here a long, long time. Someone wanted to get rid of me, and they left me here, and now this is where I live.
Well,
You just kind of hear Morty go, right. See, oh God, what is Morty's accent? Oh, darling, I just tell you, it's a bit of, you know how she can be. She's a bit crazy. Sorry, Siddy, go ahead. Sometimes this accent's hard to get into, as we all know.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Morty. I'm always sorry to interrupt you. most of the time I can't hear you, and then I feel really bad. But now I can hear you, I feel even worse for interrupting you. But we can take this opportunity as a blessing, and that means you can pick your own name, and you can pick a name that you feel represents you.
Kind of stares at you and does this weird thing to where like her face kind of melts, like doesn't melt off like a candle, but it kind of does the hot wax and kind of like droops down on one side and then pulls back up. And she starts to look a lot more like Morty. Kind of looks and goes, "Oh, well, we could call me Morty and then I could be a Pris." You hear Morty go, "Don't stop it. We agreed you would not look like me again. I don't like it. Makes me uncomfortable."
Well, that is flattering for Morty, but do you feel you're a Morty? Or is there something about you that you really want to exemplify? Like, you are so unique and creative and very bright. Just,
Uh, she kind of, in front of everyone, she kind of like starts to hunch over and drops down. And Charlie's seen this a lot. The rest of you haven't seen one of these in a long time. In front of all of you is what looked like those weird things you fought back in the Wellerman with like a stabbed out eye. And she just goes, "Oh, I don't know. I could be one of these guys. These guys are pretty fun too. Do you want to be one of these with me? You like this? You can call me Fred if you want. Ooh, or you can call me Drick. They both have different names. They were Charlie all the time."
Um, I like the name Shimmer. Would is that a name that you might like to be called?
Kind of goes back into her little kid self and goes, "I don't care."
but it's your name. It's, a lot of people find that their name is a part of them.
Defines them, maybe.
Here, and she just starts getting like those like crocodile tears. Starts sniffling. She's like, "I don't like when you guys try and make me sad by thinking about my name." And starts kind of like getting more and more worked up. And because I did roll for Morty and Morty did roll a nat 20, Morty is able to like slide over and put his hand on her mouth again and look at all of you because you can all also see Morty. He goes, "Right, let's not get her upset. She will scream again. All right." Morty and I are having issues. "Oh, darling, I have to say a certain thing to kind of try and drop into Morty. It's a bit of pain. Thank you, Weird." He kind of just has his hand over her mouth and is like, "Right, Charlie, I brought you here for a reason. She has something she can do for you. Never say I wasn't nice."
Uh, we're not trying to make you upset, and what can you do for us? Yeah, that is why Marty brought us here, because he said you had information or something for us for everything that's
Um,
going on.
I think we wanted to
kind
know
of,
about the tunnels. Do you know anything about these tunnels?
kind of sniffs, looks up, shakes her head, and is like, "Hmm, hmm, 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 hmm." Morty
Marty,
like takes his
yeah, I think you gotta take your hand off, Marty.
right. You never know if she's gonna scream or not, and you said you didn't want her to do it again, and I was trying to be helpful.
You're doing great.
What do you
Maudie,
think?
sometimes I get too literal, and I think that's what you're doing as well.
I'm
Uh,
sorry, what? You
He's
can
being too
you can
literal.
you can see and hear him?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, can't you?
I always can.
Oh, well, then we can too
What do
now.
you mean?
Can we talk about this later? Let's focus. Our dear friend here was about to say something about the tunnels.
Yeah. I can't show you the tunnels, but I can show you this. You just have to trust me.
All right.
Everyone, hold my hands. Puts her little hands out. Just
Everett
wait.
is feeling incredibly reckless, so she will go first.
Mommy
Everett
trusts
is looking
Everett,
for a
so she
fight.
would.
Ride or die.
Yep.
Also, Siddy just wants to say, uh, totally derailing things, but in my family, we tend to be named after stones. Do you like the name Opal? My name is Sidian.
Kind of makes herself look like a very old woman and goes, Oh, I don't mind the name Opal, but I think it goes a bit with an old lady. Do you think I should look like this if you called me Opal?
I believe you can make it your own. That's the thing about opals. They're quite beautiful and reflective, and they reflect
Um,
the inside.
you said, or I should say, Morty said that you're a friend of ours now. So, I used to have a little a cat that I used to play with back at the village, and I named it Friendly because it was a really friendly cat. So maybe we could call you Friendly.
Are you wanting me to turn it into a cat so you can pet me? Because I can
Oh,
also try to be a
how
cat if you would
about
like.
our friend has already stated she doesn't want to keep talking about her name. So how about we move on from this subject? She says, looking at her pedantic friends that she loves very much.
Ami looks up pedantic.
Mama Everett.
Well, as long as we don't take
Okay.
her strip club.
Hold by. So everyone has their hand, and I hold Morty's hand and her hand. Their
Siddy, did
hand.
you say that out
Sorry.
loud? I just have to know. I really hope you did. You won't get in trouble. I'm just curious. Did that just come out for Siddy just randomly?
Let's roll for it.
Okay.
Because as we totally derail because of ADHD and everything.
I didn't hear the full thing about the strip club. What did you say?
I got a 12.
As long as we don't take her to a strip club, I think is what was said.
Yeah.
I think as you all kind of see Charlie reaching her hand in front of you is like this kind of tall, like super tan, muscular man who's in like a banana hammock and his skin's kind of glittery and he's got like a little bit almost a mullet, but we're thinking we're gonna go with like the Patrick Swayze look mullet from the 80s / early 90s. He's a good looking dude and he's super glittery and kind of looks and is just like, oh, yeah, y'all could totally come and see me anytime. Monday through Friday, I work 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. Just me. Bring your dollar bills, y'all. And as that said, you kind of all get a deathly chill, and it is very cold. And you feel City's the only one who's felt something like this before. It feels like you are moving very fast without moving at all. And as you kind of land with your feet still on solid ground, you hear, don't forget to bring your money next time you come in. See you dolls later. And it kind of fades away. And um, all of you just hear, ugh. See, I told you not to get her riled up, darling. It's just one of those things. When she gets started, she won't stop. This is a problem. This is why we didn't meet her sooner.
I mean, you said she had information. That's why we went. Well,
And I also told you not to get her all worked up. Now, look what has happened. You got her worked up. She screamed. She made your ears bleed. And now we're here. Wherever this is.
I did nothing. What do you mean?
You didn't stop anyone from doing anything. And he's like, looks pointedly at like Siddy and Ami. And he's like, you both know what you did. Now, both of you should apologize to Everett and Charlie because they stayed on topic and you didn't. And now she got upset. And now here we are.
So now you can hear that, right? I don't have to relay that?
Can we still see and hear him, or did that go
You
away?
can. Oh, you can. The weirdest thing that you will all notice is he seems a lot more corporeal than he normally does.
That's Morty. I mean, I know you've met him, but there he is.
Can we touch you? And Ami kind of puts the hand out to see if
With
she can touch his hand.
consent?
He does like this
I
face.
said, can we?
Don't. No. I don't want to be touched right now. Ugh. I'm sorry, but this
Okay.
place is very gross, and I don't think we're very clean in here.
Siddy holds out one of her never-ending wet ones.
Morty just kind of does one of these hands, and as you kind of hopefully start looking around, you start seeing you're in a very, very large very, very cold place. It is not warm like it used to be. It is a very cold and kind of like gloomy place that you're in. It's not, I don't want you to think that everything's in colors of gray or sepia tones, but it just feels kind of muted. There is like this kind of unsettling chill. It seems like you're surrounded a lot. You're on a walkway, and it is like you're surrounded by stone walls. They are very cold. It is very reminiscent, almost more of like a crypt than anything else. These are very kind of dimly lit halls. It is incredibly silent. You have not heard anything. I do need you all just to kind of roll perception, or you could do investigation. I give that to you. I'll be fine with that. I think those are kind of the two because you're trying to see something, and not necessarily hear it, and you're not trying to get a read on something. But
That is a
13.
27 investigation.
Again, she
got-
sees through walls.
I got 13. Siddy's still
Mhm.
distracted by being able to see Morty and feeling
Mhm.
bad.
I thought you were going to say by the banana hammock.
I did too.
I got a nat 20 for 21.
I'm very happy
Nice.
she didn't turn into Julian in the banana hammock.
Don't act like I can't arrange that. Okay. For the 26, you are able to kind of hear like the distant, like it's almost like the groans of undead, where you kind of hear like a wailing spirit, a lot more quiet, but it's kind of muted. You also notice that there's kind of like a sting of like chemical odor that just like hangs in the air. Um, it kind of gives you a bit of a weird flashback to being in a morgue recently. There's that kind of smell that comes along with everything. Um, and so you can also hear with the 26, like it sounds like there's almost what you would think of like funeral sounds, like far in the distance, that you're able to hear. It almost sounds every now and again like you hear someone crying, like a person mourning, stuff like that, that you can hear from other things. And you were able to notice, both of you, and of course Charlie sees all this also because you did get the nat 20, so I don't want you to think you didn't see this too. As you're kind of able to look around a little bit, you look up and see that these walls are not small like the tunnels. Not that the tunnels before were exactly super short, but there are places where they're really tight. These walls seem to go up for a very, very long time. And as you look at them, you start noticing that there are thousands upon thousands of death masks that are all over these walls. And they're kind of different faces of dead people. You don't necessarily know them. I'm not going to say you could point and look and be like, I know that person, but kind of that idea that you see. You can also, you're all able to do magic. Everyone here can cast of some sort. And so you're able to get the idea on the 26th that there is magic going on in this place. For, excuse me, for our nat 20, you're smart enough that this might not benefit you, but you're smart enough to know that you could probably cast Speak with Dead on any one of these masks and be able to speak with them and have a whole entire conversation with whatever person's face that is. You're also able to see a very kind of small sign because this isn't technically something that you would be able to see, but you did get a nat 20. So there is a little bit of a small sign that just points to kind of like it says Heralds of Death's record keeping. And it kind of points that there's a way to a record keeping office. And you're able to see with the nat 20 that you are at the beginning of what appears to be an insanely giant funeral system in every way, shape, or form. The smells that you're at are most likely formaldehyde smells. There's crematoriums in this place. So you are in a gigantic mortuary in every way, shape, or form. And also, as always, you take your inspiration for the nat 20 because I don't know what else to give you besides that and the air high five. Um, you would also be able to pick up with a nat 20 that you were most definitely not on the same plane that you were just on. You were somewhere completely different. And your friend that you spoke with most likely acts as a portal to get in and out of places. That's all. And the 13s, you were able to definitely see the faces. You can smell the smells and you can kind of hear those things. The sounds are not quiet, but they're far away. The faces are pretty hard to miss. I don't think that you would be putting together kind of what Everett and Charlie are putting together at this point. And Everett isn't, Everett's going to figure it out too, but just not as quick as Charlie does because the nat 20. So there you are.
Makes sense too because she's speaks to the dead anyway. So I mean, she's got that close relation.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a great time here. Okay. So since Charlie sees that sign, she's just gonna be like, ah, there's a sign over here that says record keeping. Seems like we're in some type of giant ass mortuary or something. Like it's a lot going on and a lot of faces.
Well, it also seems like we are not on the same plane. Morty, did you know that she was a sort of transport? Did you know that she could do that?
No, we haven't really talked about that. We don't talk about what she can or can't do. We just stay in touch because she's one of the first people I met down there. Or they are. I don't really know. Changes a lot.
By the way, do you know were they a changeling in life? Or is that
No idea.
something interesting?
I'm still blown away that you guys can see and talk to Marty, and I'm so glad because it's hard to translate, huh?
We're bad at it too.
I
You're not good at it, Charlie.
I know.
All right.
But here we are. Yay!
She told me that she had stuff she could tell you that would help you. I didn't know she was going to send us here.
I mean, do you think we need to? It seems like we need to figure out why she sent us here and what information. Although I don't know how it helps us right now because it is another plane. Who knows? Do we want to just keep? Do we want to walk and explore? Like, what are we thinking?
So wait a second. We went to a different plane of existence. Are we going to be able to get home? Can we call our friendly ghost thing? I mean, how can we get back home?
I don't know. Magic? Somehow? I don't know. We got to explore to probably find that answer.
Tommy's looking at you with very sus but shocked face.
Everett has walked away and has started to walk towards where the arrow is pointing, and she's going to kind of fumble in her cloak a little bit, and you guys will all of a sudden see a little bat kind of emerge from in her cloak, and she'll just kind of like put her hand out and it'll land on her hand, and she'll just kind of like make super intense eye contact with it, and it'll flit off, and basically she's going to try and send her familiar ahead to kind of scout out the pathway.
You can produce bats?
She's ignoring you.
That's wild, right? Did anyone know that she could do that?
I had no clue. Not a single one. But right now I have no clues at all about anything. So I'm going to follow wherever it goes.
Probably smart. What are you thinking, Siddy?
Siddy's eyes have not left the death masks. Everything else is just kind of world noise around her. It's almost like she's trying to look at each and every one futilely to see if any of them look familiar.
Would you like to roll investigation for me? Siddy, please. And only Siddy.
She's got an 11.
None of them look familiar, but you are in a place. I've got too many pages of notes, people. I need to start typing them back up again. You are in a place to where there are a lot of death masks. You're familiar with magic. You don't believe that any of these are kind of what you're who you're looking for. But you recently don't know why, but you feel like something's missing from your brain. Kind of strange. You're not sure what that is or where it's at. You felt a pretty mostly complete life, your whole life, but strange things happen sometimes when people mess with people's brains. Like weird things just kind of occur. And you're looking at these masks and you kind of start to remember a little bit of a different time. It's in pieces, weird little pieces that flash forward. It's almost like you see a beach in front of you, and it's not like a tropical beach, closer to think East Coast kind of beaches that you would have, or maybe northern beaches. It's a little bit colder, something you would expect to see like a lighthouse at, maybe rain. The sand isn't super white, it's a little bit darker. You could kind of remember a fight happening. You don't know exactly where the fight happened or how it happened, but you remember a fight happening. You remember maybe there's pain in your back. Maybe there isn't any type of pain in your back. You're not quite sure what it is. You remember a boy, maybe a fish, maybe a giant fish boy, which is strange, but also feels like Siddy's line of thinking in a way. You kind of flash and you can remember an angry man. You're being kind of yelled at by an angry man and you don't know why. And then you have a memory of Granny Tia. And Granny Tia is younger yet the same, which is interesting. Just kind of the Granny Tia that you know. And you know, Granny Tia speaks to you and speaks to this man, and you don't know what she says, but you do know that afterwards, you remember being really happy that your granny's there and that you have Granny Tia with you to keep you safe from all of these things. And kind of while you're pondering these masks, looking for them, these are the kind of flashes of memories that pop in City's mind. I can't give you anything else than that. It would be weird. I could give you weird, but that also would be strange too. So,
We've already discussed this. We cannot give weird to anybody anymore. That's it. She's ours.
I mean, it's just passing her around to the group. But
just like a splinter in her brain. Like when you've had a splinter that's gone too deep and you're trying to get it out. She doesn't know how to feel, trying to piece all these things together. But then she realizes that she's so far behind everybody else that she just kind of books it.
I think you notice, surprisingly, Morty's not too far away from you. He kind of just went a little bit and waited, and is just kind of standing there patiently, not saying anything and not staring or judging, just kind of hanging out, doing the weird thing that people do where they're like acting like they're looking at their nails or their shoes. Like they weren't waiting for you, but you're smart enough to kind of pick up that maybe Morty was just hanging out there waiting and he's just twiddling his thumbs, as one says.
Thank you so much, Morty. I should know better that not to get separate from the group in places I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how people get lost. Or can I get killed here? Or killed, unkilled, re-killed? Anyway, we should probably stay with the group.
Kind of nods and he's like, right. I don't think you're dead. If that's helpful. I'm dead. You're not dead. You don't look dead. You still look like obsidian.
Thank you. And for the record, it is really nice to be able to talk to you without Charlie. Like, I love Charlie, but sometimes, you just want to gossip a bit. Not about Charlie. Well, maybe about Charlie a little bit. You know what I mean. Sometimes you don't want the in between. Things get lost.
Charlie has zero appreciation for buns. That's part of Charlie's problem. Well, she likes buns, but she doesn't share that she likes buns. She likes to act that she doesn't like buns, and that's annoying because we all know she likes buns and boobs. She would just admit it. We would all be happier not have to deal with her being so grumpy all the time.
Well, you know that I like select buns. Somehow
Yes.
we both like the same buns, so we can both appreciate them. And thankfully, he knows. So he knows that we're appreciating them, which is very nice for all of us.
I told Charlie, and I wanted to tell you without the others knowing, I looked at Mr. Salva's buns, and he has wonderful buns, darling. You should have looked at those. Those buns were molded by the gods and put on that man's backside.
Oh. Oh.
If you bounce the sword off of it, darling, the sword would break. It's better than adamantine armor. It's amazing.
I'm very happy for you. I'm glad that you appreciate his aesthetic, and I feel that. Well, I don't know Mr. Salva all that well, or at all, but I think he could appreciate you appreciating his buns.
I hope so. I appreciate most all, not all, that's a lie. I appreciate a lot of buns. I try and keep it simple, and I just like to appreciate buns. As a ghost, you have a lot of spare time. We don't sleep, and we do nothing most of the time. Hundreds and hundreds of years. Without talking to someone, it makes you go insane. Look at our friend at the door. I call her Ingrid, by the way. She always answers to it.
Ingrid. Okay. Thank you. I will make sure next time we call her by her proper name, because you never want to call somebody by the wrong name, especially if it's a new name for them.
That's true. She's just a bit strange, dear. She's been down there a long time, and I don't know exactly why she's there, but she seems to stay there. Evidently, she's a portal.
Yeah. Like, if we were to call, like, Brom Everett, Brom might answer, but it's still not very nice to call Brom anything but Brom.
Well, yes, because Brom is not Everett. Brom is Brom.
Yes. And Ingrid is Ingrid.
Sometimes. When she thinks she is. I don't know. You should meet her when she's Ingrid. She's quite nice. Like a grown up version of the creepy child. She's not bad.
It's bad. We just have a lot of things that happen to us, and sometimes how we react to situations is just how we deal with the things that we've learned about and experienced. It doesn't make us bad. It just, I can't even say it makes us mortal. Some of us aren't even mortal, and they've experienced more than we have. We should probably walk and talk if we don't want to lose the rest of the group.
To be
Agreed.
clear, Everett is not going anywhere. She has gone to the entrance of this room and stopped.
It's too late, Everett. Everyone's taken that you've gone a mile away and that you've walked and you've left the whole party.
No,
Well, Siddy's been
I got
dawdling.
what Weird said.
Siddy's been dawdling.
That's why I said Morty was like a whole bop in 10 feet from where Siddy was, because I'm assuming you're all within. You're not that far away from each other, but I think if you went to go after Everett, you are not right where Siddy started, if that makes sense, where Siddy was looking at the mask on the wall. So Everett, you have sent what exactly is your familiar?
So, it is technically a closet, but it is currently in the form of a bat. And if you guys come up to Everett, she has her hand on the wall and her eyes are kind of glazed over, like she's not fully present. And she's currently looking through her familiar.
Did you send your familiar into the hallway or just into the room? Just so I am aware.
So I'm trying to get a visual of what it is. So basically, she just wanted to find wherever that sign was pointing and was just going to send Grim, their name is Grim, ahead to try and scout. And she's going to look through their eyes.
As you're looking through Grim's eyes, you're able to get the ability very quickly to, as Grim's kind of moving, you see the sign points one way and then there's another way to go. It's not just that there's magically a room right there. It's just almost like these are kind of like when you were in the hospital and there's directions. Grim is following, doing their best to kind of work towards this room. And as they're going, they begin to see, or you also see, that there are skeletons that roam the halls of this place. There are zombies that kind of move around. They seem to be taking on just like your very mindless task of the day. They're dusting, they're sweeping and mopping floors. They seem to be taking the trash out. Very janitorial like. It just seems like they're doing simple tasks. Some of them seem like they're carrying files from one place to the next. It looks very, very boring, is what you're noticing as you go by. None of them seem to be doing anything that is super mind boggling. As you work a ways down, you get the feeling because you can kind of see hallways branch off. There might be some signs there. You're able to pick up pretty quick that this place is probably fucking massive overall. That you might be in a section, but you, from how far away the voice is heard and kind of what Grim has seen, that this is a very large place and it seems like one could get lost in it very quickly. Um, and so that is something that you're there, but Grim is able to kind of work their way around, follow the signs. There are luckily signs that point this way, and Grim is able to get the idea of following the signs. Ends up at the first stop that they end up at is what looks like a crematorium that is littered with ash, like a giant crematorium, and like floor to ceiling, just kind of ash, ankle deep. Seems like this is kind of where there's at there. And the next room that they kind of go through is an autopsy room. It looks like it's lined with kind of surgical instruments everywhere there. And then, kind of after all of that, working through this, there is what appears to be a small office that has what looks like a sleeping zombie or undead of some kind sitting at the desk next to, think very hotel like, or schools in the 90s. Like it's just like the wooden kind of like long bench thing with a bell. And they seem to just be kind of snoozing there. And that is what Grim is able to see by following those signs. It doesn't take that long. This is Grim Flies, right? So this isn't exactly like a long trip for them. There may be 7 to 8 minutes of time. We'll go 10 minutes. We'll round up. We'll just say it takes them about 10 minutes to get there from where you're at.
Okay. So during this, Everett is completely non-responsive. If you guys try to talk to her, she doesn't hear you. She is technically physically present inside of Grim. So after 10 minutes pass, you see this little bat fly back and kind of land on her shoulder, and then she kind of comes back to herself. And just says, "So we are definitely inside a very, very large system. Uh, looks like there are various skeletons and zombies and various undead doing some sort of work throughout the system. There was a crematorium, there was a surgical room, there's a small office with a sleeping undead of some kind. There are signs pointing places. I don't know if those things would be aggressive or if they would let us pass. That I don't know, but at least we sort of know what's ahead of us."
All right. Where do you suggest we start?
Anywhere is better than here, darling. We're all just standing around and no one is dressed for this. So, somewhere, unless you want to try and go back. Oh, wait, look, it's a wall. You could kind of just see where you came in is just nothing, right? Like it's just a wall with those masks all over it. He's like, so we could stand here and do nothing and wait until you all die and then we'll all ghost together. Or we could move on and move forward. That's all I'm
Um,
saying.
doesn't one of you have? Do any of you have something that could, I don't know, help us get by or move along through? Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of. Well, I mean, I could turn invisible, but that wouldn't help you guys at all.
I mean, I think we don't even know if they're hostile. We should just walk. I think.
Test it and find out. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
What else are we gonna do? We're standing around here, like Marty said. We can't go back because it's a wall. So
Right? Onwards.
start walking.
Maybe we try to make it to that office.
I think the office sounds like the best place. Yes.
All right. Everett will lead the way.
Ooh, I love an adventure. I'm just kind of, Morty's just happy. Morty does not walk. He just kind of floats a little bit above the ground, about like a inch or two, and is just kind of,
Does he make like he's walking? Does he like
Yep.
look like he's
He
acting
just-
like he's walking?
nope. I think Morty's been a ghost for so long that he can pull off to where like his feet don't fully touch the ground, but like he still makes it look very comfortable for him. So he's just kind of moving, just looking at the walls and things like that, and doing the very almost snobbish thing of like checking for dust. Oh, it's been a while since I could touch things so easily. How nice is this? It's dark in here. Dim.
You can touch a bunch of you can touch a bunch of things.
Do you want to make a? You can do either athletics or acrobatics save for me.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I got 17.
A save.
Yep.
What is that? What is the?
Too bad you didn't have danger
Dex?
sense.
You can
that
just
dex?
it's your well, it's on your sheet, so it's either your one's strength and one's dex base, so it's either acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you have a better time with. Make that roll, and then your sheet should have your modifier on
15.
it. Oh, it was close. Morty just kind of like takes his hand and just gives you like a little shove and goes, "Yes, I can."
I mean, I could already touch you a little bit, so.
Did you, Charlie? And then he like shoves you further, and you all just see Charlie like stumble. Doesn't fall, but like
Oh.
stumble like 5 feet from a good choke. Does that not make my point? I didn't put in any effort. I can shove you now without trying hard. Lovely.
Not
You're lucky
to-
Fred and
That's
Drick
great.
aren't here.
That's great. Okay.
This might insult Charlie a little bit, but Granny Tia always said, never fight with idiots. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
I'm sorry. What?
She says that you're an idiot and that you guys should not talk.
Ladies,
So let's move.
I always heard that you should never play chess with pigeons. They'll just shit all over the board, knock the pieces off, and say they won.
Oh, I'm walking away. I love your city, but I'm walking away. Morty?
You're just mad that I have friends too now, Charlie.
I'm glad that you have friends, and I don't want to be the middle person for you forever because you deserve friends, besides just me.
I had Ingrid. She's just insane. I told you she was crazy, though.
She's crazy.
I'm sorry, Charlie, but that's the saying.
You're fine. Let's just go. Let's just go. I gotta do something. I am. There was before we did the map. There was a message from Athena saying she was in trouble, and I'm feeling upset and just want to do something instead of just talking.
Is it like you want to go get in a fight in the bad part of town, Charlie? You want to go beat someone up so you feel better?
Maybe I'll use those fancy new dagger skills of mine.
I could play you some music if you want.
Okay.
Wonderful. And he just pulls out a. What he pulls out there?
right now. Can we not play music right now?
Oh, we'll be fine. He pulls out a fiddle and just starts fiddling as you're walking down the hallway.
Please let it be Devil Went Down to Georgia. Please let it be Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I don't know what it is. It's a very Morty themed song. I'm imagining
Raining
like
Men?
early 2000s pop music or something you would hear at a club on a fiddle is basically, yes. Or 70s disco is basically what he's fiddling, and he's having a great
It's Raining
time.
Men.
It's Toxic by Britney Spears.
That could be it as well. It could be any of those. It could be My Heart Beats Like a Drum. I don't know. There's a bunch of different things that are playing right
It's
now.
all of them at once.
Yep. And he is quite good at playing this. Just to see how good he is, though, I'll roll for him so we know how good he actually is before I assume. I'm hoping I could roll bad. Nope, that is a 25. Morty is doing damn well, damn good.
Oh yeah.
Um, I forget the way bards are set up. The bard type that Morty is, he has expertise in performance, so he's rivaling Everett on certain skills here. Um, Everett, you notice you hear this fiddle. It sounds really good, by the way. Wonderful music. As you're walking by, you do see some of the skeletons you saw before and some of the zombies, and they are doing what they were doing. They are cleaning, they are pushing maybe library carts, you don't know, around places, maybe lunch food. They're basically doing the most boring office jobs that you could think of, and they all look very bored as they're doing it. No one's home is the easiest way to kind of describe them. They are going there, they are just kind of going there. But since you are leading, Morty is playing the fiddle, all of these different things are happening. You are the first to notice, on your way there what some might consider large, would be the easiest way to describe it. It is slightly strange to maybe see this in front of you. I don't know if you've ever seen one before. If any of you have, I doubt it. Maybe not. Uh, there is a giant, we'll just say large animated coffin walking down the hallway. It has like little kind of metal legs that are walking it, and it kind of is going. It has a skull at the top of it. It looks like it could open or close, and you can kind of hear its little metal legs going like click, click, click as it's going. A little louder than click, click though, because it is quite large. Um, and it is just strolling down the hallway. It's kind of come in. We'll imagine like a tea hall since you're up front, lowercase, not uppercase T. I don't want you to think you're at a dead end. Hallway keeps going where you're heading, and one is going to cross. We're going to pretend that you're going north. You don't know what direction you're going, but I'm trying to give you a visual. You are not going up to the ceiling, though. I want you to know you are just walking. Imagine like a map. You're going north. The others are behind you just to the south. And this is coming from the west on another hallway. Just a big old animated coffin kind of walking down, heading its way. But Everett, you are the first to see this. The others can kind of start hearing it, if that makes sense. Like I said, this is considered large. So this is probably close to, I don't know, it's somewhere close to about 8.5, 9 feet long, and probably almost, 4 feet wide at like the widest point. And it's kind of like I said, it's got these big metal legs that it just kind of walks down on, like four metal legs. And I hate to pull this reference. I'm trying my hardest not to, but I keep thinking of Wild Wild West with Will Smith and that stupid freaking thing that they have. I hate it so much that I went there, but that is where my brain is, just like the legs kind of moving it. I hate that I went there. Uh, you can see it, and you are smart enough to know that it has also seen you because it seems to be working its way towards you.
there anywhere to hide? Or are we just out in the open?
Yeah, you could try and hide.
I I see Siddy getting ready to go, oh, hi there, and Everett just throwing a hand over her mouth and just trying to drag her. Siddy wants to be polite. Everett doesn't want her to say anything.
What is around us that we could hide in or behind, or like is a doorway nearby the one of the rooms that
I will add this. I'm giving Everett the opportunity to hide because the other three of you are walking with Morty, who is playing club hits from the early 2000s on a fiddle. Everett is just slightly before. So I will give Everett the chance to hide. And if Everett rolls high enough, I can let Everett know where they hide or how they hide. But the rest of you, unfortunately, are just a little bit back, about 10 feet or so back, and you are listening to fiddle music. It's amazing music, though, just so you know.
That's a 16. Didn't roll great for stealth.
All right. That's a. Yeah, she's blind. All right. Apologies. And I'm back. It might shock everyone to know that don't have a lot on perception on an animated coffin, so that's a 6. So you were able to hide successfully. I don't know what Everett does for the rest of you. I would say for Everett, you could find like a little cutout kind of alcove. These are hallways. Like there's a place you could slip through. There's people been cleaning them. Well, zombies and skeletons are cleaning them. So you're able to hide as the others kind of just keep going. And about the time that you all get up to this intersection, I think we kind of always established that if City's in the back, Ami's in the front, or Ami stays in the back, and so on and so forth. So, Ami, would you be in the back of the line or the front of the line if Everett was up front a little ways before you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'd probably be in the front.
Okay, perfect.
'Cause
Mhm, that makes sense.
no, I was just gonna say because it makes sense.
The only time Charlie likes to be in between two spoons when she's being protected.
Um, Ami, you get hit in the legs hard and as you kind of look to your left, there is like an 8.5 foot ish, 8 foot long coffin that is like 4 feet wide up on some metal legs walking. It has a skull for a head, and you are able to see that nestled inside of the coffin is a body.
What do I take for damage? Or don't I?
Nothing. It just bumped into your legs. It didn't slam into you. It just
Oh,
bonked into you.
I
It just
you made it sound like I got hit, like damage.
no,
Ami would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me."
just you don't know if it's looking at you or not, but it kind of bonks you again. Feel a little leg nudge.
Um, excuse me, and then I walk to the side to try and avoid it.
Just turns and starts kind of following you. Bumps your leg again.
Um, do you need directions?
Kind of like takes its head and points down, like uses its head to like point down at the body
Oh,
inside of it.
oh, you need the body out of you?
Shakes its head no and bumps you again.
You need me to put you somewhere?
Did you say point or put, by the
Put.
way? Put shakes its head no. I just couldn't understand what he said.
You need directions?
Kind of bumps you again.
Okay. So Ami's gonna take it along the side and kind of turn it in the direction away from us and kind of direct that way.
Love it. And then Charlie, you were next in line because you walked away from Morty and them. So Charlie, the animated coffin comes up and bumps into your legs and bumps into you and just stops.
How much taller is this? Because it's considered large.
It's
So
walking on 4 legs though. So really right now you're thinking it's long because if it was upright, it would be about 8.5 to 9 feet tall if it was upright from
okay.
the bottom of it to the top, but it's kind of laying flat. It has a body in it. It's laying flat with like these metal legs kind of chucking it along, moving it down. And so it bumps into you. What would you like to do?
Can I take a look at the body inside?
You can. Are you
Okay.
medically looking at it? Are you investigating it? What are you trying to do here?
No, probably Arcana.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 again for 26.
Did you get new dice? Because I know you were complaining about your
No.
dice before. Did we dice? But see, then your dice don't hate you. I love that.
She
try
spent the
that
week
one.
blowing on them with good luck.
No.
Yep. Took them to a shaman to cleanse them of their evil. Um, well, I will say with the nat 20, I will give you as your extra, kind of one of your extra things. You see Everett hiding, is something that you notice, just because
Okay.
it was a nat 20. And you get the impression that the body inside of here is being taken to wherever its final resting place is. And perhaps the coffin is needing help getting it there. Besides
Okay.
that, it is, as far as you can tell, generic body number 1 is what we can call it. Like if you were on a movie set, that would be the name of it. Just generic body number 1. It's just a body. You don't see anything special about the body. It's just a dead body. Again, you know that you're kind of in a giant mortuary. It doesn't have. It is looks like it was done with like the embalming room and was kind of put in coffin for transport to final resting place. That's what it looks like.
Okay. I think it just needs help getting to where it needs to go. I don't think it's like gonna hurt us. So, do looking down at it. Do you want some help getting to where you go? Like, do you want to walk with us?
Bumps you again.
She just starts walking forward to see if it follows her.
Are you going the direction you were going before, or are you going the direction it was going?
Going before, because that would
Uh,
be towards Everett. I mean, like, because she's up
Mhm.
ahead, so going before.
Yep. Siddy, the animated coffin comes up to you and it bumps into your legs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, you apologize, but when you're the one getting bumped into inanimate objects.
That makes sense. That's kind of the route Ami went too. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. It just kind of bumps into you. In case no one's picked up yet, not to make things crazy, they don't talk. It's an animated coffin. It's a construct. So it's not going to be able to speak to you, but it does bump into your legs.
I talk to my furniture all the time when it runs into me. So
Yeah. How often does it talk back?
Well, it depends on how many drinks I've had.
Touche. Touche. You can take a magical inspiration for that because I guarantee if magical's in chat, she feels like you deserve inspiration for that. They're squishy. So okay. So you're getting bonked in the legs. Everett, Siddy's getting bonked in the legs. You saw Ami get bonked in the legs. You then saw Charlie get bonked in the legs. You heard Charlie ask, "Do you want us to guide you?" You heard Ami's conversation, and then Charlie's conversation. Now you see said animated coffin that you hid from is bunking into Siddy, who just apologized to the coffin for bumping into her.
Okay, so is it like it's directly going for these people, or is it more that they're just in its way?
It turned and followed Ami. And I think Charlie said, "Do you want us to help you get where you're going?" out loud. And then Charlie turned and walked the way you were all originally going. And now it's gone to Siddy, who's back behind and is bumping into Siddy.
Siddy wants to get close and whisper, "The body we're looking
Tommy's
for?"
going to say, can you direct it back to where we came from? Because that was where all the other coffins were, right?
What did you say,
Siddy,
Squishy?
what
You
did
were
you?
very quiet.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Wrong voice. Like, are you the body we're looking for? Or do you know the body we're looking for? I know 3 of us are the bodies we're looking for. At least that's what Pee said.
The coffin doesn't respond. It just bunks into you. And Ami, you ask if it was trying to go back to other coffins. Was that what you asked? Sorry, Sassy, I heard what you said, but then my
Yeah,
brain just.
that's okay. Ami said, not me, Ami said that I think it may need to go back to those coffins where we came from. That's where it wants to go, where the other coffins are.
Mhm.
Weren't there all coffins and stuff like that when we came for where the death masks were? Oh, it was
Not
just like bodies and
necessarily.
stuff.
The death mask are like faces, kind of. I think Tricky said like the Game of Thrones faces that they
Yeah.
have
Game of
those.
Thrones, yeah.
No, but weren't there coffins
as
too and dead bodies?
I
No.
think Everett between
I'm building my
Everett
own world.
and no, you're fine. Between Everett and Charlie's roles, they have been able to pick up that there are places in here with coffins and with dead bodies because they've seen like a crematorium, an embalming room. They also heard the wails and stuff. They've heard funerals going on from the distance. And so I don't know if they flat out shared with everyone yet, but they know that you're inside like a gargantuan mortuary, basically. I don't know how much has been shared of that. So I can't put it all together for you. That's like an above table thing, but they have, so that might be where you're thinking of coffins because they've placed that you're in a giant thing. I will
said
give
that
you
they're-
credit and say you're in the right direction, at least.
I said that there was a mortuary, like we were in a big mortuary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this thing needs to go to where there are other coffins that are ready for burial. Does anybody know where that is?
Kind of turns and you all see it like scuttling I hate to, sorry, weird, that word stuck in my head from earlier. It's like scampering towards Ami and just kind of comes and like bunks into Ami's legs when Ami says that. Like, keeping its body very safe.
All right,
And
maybe we should follow it.
Ami's gonna take her hand and kind of and like pet the coffin, like it's a little pet. I'm giving full like images in my head of like that footstool from Beauty and the Beast now, and I'm just like, nice coffin, good coffin, so nice, such a good coffin.
Pretty bird, pretty bird. Yeah, it doesn't stop you. I can't say that it looks confused because it doesn't seem confused. I will say, uh, again, you have pretty decently high perception again, so we're going to go with that. You're close to it, and you are able to notice that inside of it is you know it's a body. It just so happens that you can tell that inside of it is what appears to be a slumbering vampire spawn. Is what seems, just because you're so close to it now. So Coffin's treating it quite well. And you kind of notice that the spawn kind of moves its head a little bit as you're talking to said Coffin. And
Guys, there's a vampire spawn in here. It doesn't have blonde hair, so we know we don't like it. So what do we want to do with it?
I say it's super strange. It's actually a male vampire spawn that has kind of blonde hair with a little bit like they put it in rollers and coiffed it some. And he looks like he's most likely a total edgelord, is kind of what he looks like, that people probably enjoy way more than they need to because the character could possibly deserve a much better arc than they give him, but they kind of shortchange him a little bit. We can maybe expand on him later. We'll see if the spawn becomes
Can
important
we bring
or
him
not.
with us?
Maybe.
We are gonna help.
Depends on if you wake him up or not.
We are gonna help the coffin, right? I mean, it seems like that's what it wants. Can we
Remember Seymour? Remember Seymour?
Oh my god.
The coffin kind of hears Charlie says that and gets excited and kind of scurries over to Charlie. And at that point, you all hear a groan coming from inside the coffin.
Oh man. Can we... Hello?
And with that, everyone can roll initiative.
Thank you for tuning into Good Plans, Bad Dice. This series stars Sassypants as Ametria, Ami, Bella Chathorn, Mossgrove, Squishy Werewolf as Obsidian, Siddy, Schmidt, Trekkie for Life 01 as Charlie Blackwood, Weird Is All I've Got as Everett, and lurkingSam as the Dungeon Master. Good Plans, Bad Dice would like to thank Squishy Werewolf for the artwork. Our music is provided by No Copyright Songs. The track is Help Me, Help You by Shia Maisel and Clarks and can be found at ncs.io or at their NCS YouTube channel. Thank you again for listening. Be sure to check us out live on Twitch Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time or on video on demand after the live broadcast.